You'll
Just
finish it up. Don't matter. Hey
okay.
everybody, Joe McGregor here at Ohio Gaming Alliance, OGA, and we are kicking off with the Phoenix franchise this evening. We are just getting a little token overhaul. That's why we had the short break there before getting started. So, with that being said, we just have our players. There we go. Getting finished up with building the last little mini here. We may have some adjustments to do to it still.
What's his
Uh,
name again, Judson?
Bugs.
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 Buggs.
All right. This is, of course, Hero Forge, one of the items that we use quite a bit in our gaming uh, program. They ask us if we were using their product, if we could kindly do a name drop for them, so that's something we're always happy to do.
Absolutely. These guys have been awesome. This thing has been a lot of fun to play with.
Yep. Yep, they even supported the charity drive with a couple of $40 gift certificates that we raffled off. Going to be doing some more of that kind of stuff later on. We're going to purchase some gift certificates from them in the future and do some OGA raffles and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. Should be fun. Okay.
I'm not really seeing a way to add scarred face to him. Sorry, man.
Oh, that sucks.
No
Oh
But
well.
scar face for you.
we can add some pretty amazing, spatial expressions though. So we can do all kinds of stuff, right? Here's that cocky look, a little bit of a smile and snarl on him.
A little bit less snarl.
Okay,
Give him
Yeah,
a
right about there.
okay. And then of course we can open that mouth up a little bit more. Maybe he's telling somebody off, you know?
Yep, right around there.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, there goes my dumb leg. All right, I am ready to rock and or roll here, whichever is more preferable.
Pretty cool, man. It's a lot of fun. I love
Yep.
being able to do this stuff.
It
They,
certainly, yeah, it certainly is something that we never had growing up in the gaming community. It was something that was mostly unheard of that you would be able to do anything like this. Uh, I can't even think of another company that did customization at all in
right?
miniatures growing up. So, I mean, for the uh, and the way I understand it, you have a promotion, a package with them. Is that right?
Yeah, so I took the subscription, which is really very reasonable. I ended up paying the annual license, and that allows me to make and save unlimited characters, and then I can pull out, the 2D tokens and portraits
Mm-hmm.
unlimitedly, which is great. And then, of course, as I build these, if I want to have Hero Forge make them for me and ship them, depending on the material that I want to make them from, the price will scale accordingly. And you can also download the file to have it 3D printed yourself if that's your choice. You can also download a file that works with other 3D tabletop type programs such as Tabletop Simulator on Steam, and I've used that for a game that I'm in currently, which is it's really impressive what they turn out looking like. So
Yeah, I've seen the tabletop simulator version, and I have to say that I was more than impressed. And I've been I've been gaming 29 years,
yeah,
and
I was blown
it's
away, man. I'm
yeah,
blown away. They're very, very cool.
yeah, especially what you can
So
build.
Judson, last little thing before we move on here. Eye color, okay? He's got purpley now. We can change him to wherever you want.
To be honest, I kind of like the purple.
Cool. All right. Leave it right there.
He likes the purple look, boss.
He likes the people. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get a portrait look here. So, and again, we can make adjustments to these at any time, and I can re-download them, so it's a piece of cake. But they sure are nice to be able to go ahead and make tokens and avatars for Roll20.
Amen. I like.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, like I said, I was extremely excited about the whole ordeal. So, all right.
Okay,
Oh, you
so
guys know,
Hey, Mike,
yeah,
is there a way for me to share what I've done in Hero Forge with you so that you
I
can
don't know. Maybe.
save it? And,
Are you able to download what you got? I don't know if that works. I've not
This
done
has
that
turned
before.
into a gaming slash session with Hero Forge, and that's okay. I don't mind that. I just want to make sure everybody is having a good time. At midnight, we're going to give away a dice tray, so
Nice.
everybody knows.
All right, so I'm dumping in the Zoom chat the files right now so that you can pull those down whenever you like. Judson, and then of course Joe can throw the token in for you on Roll20. So
Sure can, sure can. Bugs, got it.
awesome. All right, here comes
Where are those
Marcus.
saving at? I'm wondering now. Hoping they're saving in the place I wanted to save them. All right, let's take a look at bugs.
Got that. Yeah, I gotta refresh the
Okay.
Roll20 and see if it actually brings in my correct token here.
Bugs. Interesting. Bugs. Oh, you have it listed as Judson in here. Okay. There we go. So I need to.
I do.
Not you. Not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Bam. Bam. Click to upload.
So Marcus's token is still showing up as the old style. We'll have to
Bugs.
clean
There
that
he
up.
is. Bam.
Yeah, if you upload them into Roll20, they show up in your recent files, and then you can do your thing. Oh, that's kind of cool. I just changed the one that I was working on for Tarek into the Anthro Canine.
Send them through if you want them on the thing. I'll put all the characters in. I have mostly.
let me show you what I did. I'm just going to take a
Yeah,
screenshot, I guess.
Marcus, your
cool.
guy's already in there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up right. It's really weird.
Huh. Oh, I know why.
Oh, I gotta save it. Damn it. Can I share my screen?
Should be able to.
This is what I've got.
That's sick, dude.
Ah, I know what the problem is.
Something like that. Big,
Huh.
gigantic, glowing sword.
Marcus, yours is acting weird, isn't it?
It is. I don't know. That's kind of odd.
Well, it is odd.
Go to the species real quick on that, Logan. Which one did you take?
Canine.
Just canine.
Yep. I
Okay.
changed some stuff around. I made him have cat ears.
Okay. Okay, so Anthrocanine, but then we went.
Cat ears, and then I changed the arms and legs to feline. The only thing that's canine is the hood.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll jump on into the game as
Cool.
soon as you guys are done with that character.
It's fine. We'll play with it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we don't have to fix anything immediately here. We'll get into it.
Marcus, I don't know why your character is being a troubled person, but it is. There he is. Got him. Took me a second. There we go. Okay, so now we just got to get back into where we left off. Marcus, let's get you finished here. Edit. You selected token, save changes. Done. Bam. Okay. Everybody's in, everybody's ready. Okay. Hello again, folks. Joe McGregor here with Ohio Gaming Alliance. We want to just thank you again for watching tonight. We're getting into our session for the Tales of Agrosia Phoenix franchise. We're going to play till 1:15 this evening, so we got about an hour and 30 minutes roughly. We're going to put some stuff together and have a good time. If you remember, our heroes were traveling from, if I'm not mistaken, oh, well, thank you so much for subscribing. Steel Curtain. With that being said, thank you, Steel Curtain. Get over to my map here. All right. Whoops. There it is. All right. When last we left our heroes, they had stopped and retrieved the valuable item that they needed to from the lighthouse, which was a box, with a magical property to relight the lighthouse in Latifolia. They had stopped at Phecia, excuse me, not Phecia, Selenia, and then traveled to the realm of Latifolia to make that shine again. All right, so our team has successfully entered the Latifolian area, and they have experienced already some of the local life there, some of the aquatic elves, some of the turtles, the different characters that you wouldn't be used to seeing in some of the Agrosian ports, race-wise. With that being said, our team has arrived at the location they're trying to get to deliver the lighthouse goods. They find themselves at the docking port. And your contact there is said to be a Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know who
Oh,
the boss is.
you are Dragonborn.
And when you folks arrive in this small village of Latifolia, you do see a few Leonin as well. But what is probably the most interesting is upon your arrival and you're browsing the dock area a little while, you come across a small temple at the dock area itself. Excuse me. There she is. And in that temple, there is a statue of a hero. That hero that they've put the statue of in this temple, amazingly enough, looks like a young Tarek Ironmane.
Interesting. Interesting.
So Tarek might have some splaining to do, but there is a large statue of him in one of the huts. And Tarek, are you covering your face at all when you arrive at port?
I mean, I'm not going out of my way to disguise myself, but I'm not also trying to make make a fuss and make myself known either.
All right.
Seeing this, Bugs just kind of scoffs.
It appears there may be a
Huh.
celebrity among us.
Runun doesn't care. He moves on.
That sounds like Runewin.
Tarek, anything that you want to tell us here? Appears you've got a rep.
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Might be not important, yeah, right? Having that rep, as he has so graciously put it, can be very important to any mission. You hold sway here if you have rep. Anywhere, in fact. So I am interested to hear why.
Any answer?
Perhaps. Huh?
I said, do you have an answer for?
Perhaps this is a conversation for another time.
There are people that that are kind of looking in your direction. You're definitely not strangers, at least in the sense that you're with Mr. Ironmane, anyways. Definitely not a stranger in this area, as people are murmuring and talking amongst themselves as they see him. As you said, you were not trying to hide, right?
Well, yeah, no, I'm not
Okay.
trying to disguise myself.
Okay. Yep.
But I'm not trying to boast and let everyone know that I've arrived.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, you of course have arrived at the destination. You've made your way accordingly. Now, as you are walking along the docks, you do end up coming into contact with the appropriate individual, the Dragonborn that you're looking for. Does anybody remember the Dragonborn's name or have it written down?
Let's see. Hang on a second. Boy, it's been a while since we've done Phoenix. Hang on a second here.
Yeah, it has.
Has it been like 2 months?
Easily.
Yeah, here's your loremonger here, trying to remember stuff. Boy, I'm embarrassed. Let me see here. Deliver
Imagine doing
documents
things like that.
to centaurs and wood elves.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, I take it Grinhild is not joining us for this one this evening.
No, no,
Okay.
she is not.
She's out gallivanting amongst other folks. I'm afraid I don't. I know that we're supposed to be delivering some documentation to the centaurs and wood elves,
Mm-hmm.
and that I think we already delivered a package to somebody that gave us access to the tower, because we went through the tower already.
Right,
Yeah.
So we did that.
right. I had that marked down.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't recall or have the name of
That's all
our
right.
contact.
The contact that I had written down for you guys at the time was actually a copper. Hold on. A coppersmith. But I had changed that up to the Dragonborn contact of Celine. And I may not have given you that contact information.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I don't know why. Okay, and so your contact Celine is a dark Dragonborn. They are dark in color scales. They are somebody that you have been told to make contact with so that so that the items are properly delivered to the Wood Elves and Centaurs. Okay.
Roger.
Hello?
Gotcha. Yep.
Am I
we're
coming
with you.
in?
Yep.
Test?
Yes. Sounds good.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear ya.
Oh, there it was. Sorry. Okay. So you do find Celine on the docks. Okay.
Which one of these tokens? Aha. Okay.
Yep. All right. And you'll be able to make your
Well, we know who
presence
does the
known.
talking. We know who does the talking. The Priest of Tyr.
Am
He's the-
I
And
he's
this
the
guy
boss.
right here.
am I still holding the box?
Yes, I believe you were the holder of the box.
Just checking.
Are you Celine?
I am.
We have a package for you.
Ah, you have the documents we so seek?
Sure, yes.
And and tell me, how pray you did you come across said documents?
Uh,
They were
don't
They were-
remember.
they were entrusted to us by Maggie. Wasn't it? Wasn't it Maggie that
mhm,
entrusted us to her?
mhm. She says, ah, yes, Maggie. Well, my thoughts here would be that it would be in your best interests to follow along with me.
Sure.
All right.
You want just me, or do you want the rest of the group also?
She says it would be best for us to travel as a group. There it is. I'll have you
Okay.
guys switched over to the next map in a second. Give me a moment. She has you follow her. You go through some of the local town, some of the local village. It's the shores are nice. People are definitely staring at Tarek Ironmane at this point. I mean, there's definitely something going on with him in this town. Um, Now, with respect to uh, the centaurs and elves, you are brought before a small temple, and in that temple there is a couple of centaurs and what appears to be a wood elf. Okay.
Before we get there, I do want to kind of walk beside Tarek Ironmane and just tell him this. Make sure that you use that reputation that you have to our advantage. Whatever you say holds weight here. I can already tell that.
I have no interest in taking advantage of any of these people.
Okay.
And I just kind of walk back a little bit or slow down.
Mind your tongue. Remember what happened last time you talked smack to me?
Kind of rubs wound that is just barely healed. Yes, I remember.
It's hard to forget. There it is. Just getting a temple to paste in here for us to use, so we don't have to use Theater of the Mind. All right. That's a fun little temple. Yep, that'll work. So you guys are walking through, you get to this temple, and there are, as said, a couple of centaurs and a wood elf, and they're all wearing what appears to be uh, lavish items. I mean, they're royalty. They've got to be.
You gotta change the scene here, bub.
I'm about to.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. No worries. I just want to get my tokens put in here so you guys have some visuals. That's all. Other than that,
Hey. Is that
what?
Does that token have a bagpipe? What is that?
Which one?
Oh, the one I just shared?
No, there's the one on the map currently.
I don't know.
Looks
I'll
like
have to look
bagpipe.
at it.
Oh, that guy right there?
Yeah. Is that a bagpipe?
Nah, if you zoom in real close, it's carrying a lot of stuff.
Oh. Like, man, that's cool.
Dude's piping.
Piping hot. Oh no, I'm kidding. All right, so sorry, I can't help myself. All right, get you guys moved over to this new page here. And Celine, whoops, is happy to introduce you to these characters. Go ahead and put your tokens in. That's not a perfect setup, but it should work pretty effectively. All right, it is midnight tonight, and
In-game midnight?
well, it's midnight at this point in time.
Right.
And I'm gonna do that dice tray. I'll tell you what, I'll post it up since we got started a little late. I'll post it up, but it looks like, who do we have viewing tonight? All right. First person who can tell me in the chat who the statue is of from tonight's adventure will receive one of our OGA 4-inch dice trays. All right.
Ooh, shiny.
I am one of the viewers, so I will abstain.
Roger. Okay. All right, so there we go. Everybody's got their stuff set up. Let me get get over to the token section. I got these guys set up as part of the map so they won't move. All right. Okay. So with that being said, Celine says, here you are. I am more than happy to present to you 3 of our most esteemed guests here in the village. They've been waiting for you and word from your advisors. The first gentleman here in the centaur kind of bows a little bit is Marcaine. And Marcaine watches over the northern part of the larger section of the forest. Hold on, I will share with you the map. And here we are. That's where you guys had dropped off the materials and whatnot. Northern parts of the forests are up in that region. Okay. All right. And that is Marcaine, Centaur of the northern region. Okay. They then. All right.
Where,
Cool.
Did this show up somewhere?
Oh, it
I
was
didn't
on
see
the
it.
stream. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll share it with you
Okay.
guys too.
Okay.
Yeah, too easy. I'll share it with you guys too. Sharing is caring, and you can share too. There you go. Now you guys can kind of see what I got going on there for a minute.
All right.
Okay. Awesome possum. All right. And with that being said, you've got Marcaine, the Centaur of the North region. You have Alistair, and that is the central region of the forests. Okay. And on the third, and Alistair kind of bows a little. He's, of course, a wood elf. And the third and final Patreon here is Alabaster, and he guards the southern portion of the forest. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Now, with that being said, they ask if you have the documents. Alistair actually walks forward and puts out his hand towards Runewin. I trust you're the Master Dwarf I was told would bring said documents.
Yes.
Please bring them forth so that we can see exactly what it is we need to establish here.
Hey, I don't remember because I remember the Lightkeeper gave me a letter of recommendation. Was it for this purpose also?
The Lightkeeper had given you a letter of recommendation, yes.
Okay.
But that, for the purpose of this, I don't believe that was the same thing.
Okay. It's just such a long time. I just don't remember what the purpose of it was for. So.
I know, I have to go back and review all of our reruns, which I'm in the process of. So bear with me while I do that.
Yeah, I will show him the letters.
Yeah.
That I'm supposed to.
Yep. He kind of looks at you and he says, "Ah. Oh. Oh my. Okay, well, this is disturbing, isn't it? That continent has been so volatile. Um, the countries therein we have not communicated with in over 1,000 years, and when we had heard that there might be a chance for peace on the continent, we offered up our I don't want to say assistance,
Support?
support. Yes, support would be the better way to say it. Thank you. And you are?
I am Marcus Masterson.
Well, Marcus, very nice to meet you. Um, he kind of looks around you at Tarek. Huh. Well, all right then. You're a little far from home, aren't you, Tarek? But just the same. Uh, hmm. Well, if you're with him, then... Well, now that's an interesting endeavor. Okay. Well, obviously you're trustworthy people, or you wouldn't have brought me these documents and this information. We're going to have to pore over this. This is quite a bit of information. Would you prefer to stay here with us, or would you prefer to take your stay in an inn in the village? We have plenty of bedding here at the temple.
I have a question out of character.
Yeah.
Is this a religious temple?
This is a religious temple.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. I want to stay at the inn.
Okay. Okay. And the reason, of course, that they're meeting you here at the religious temple is for the same reason that any diplomat would have a secret meeting in a temple. They don't want other people knowing about the thing.
Tarek absolutely abhors religion,
I,
so he's out of his sorts here.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, and with that, Alistair says, I've recently uh, been the negotiator between our tribes. My family has no, how do you say it in your land, idea of proper lineage. We actually inherited the throne from my uncle, um, so we were not in line for the throne. His passing meant my father took over as he had no children to do so. And with that, I have made more diplomatic decisions with the council, and that's why it's wise for me to make a decision based on that. You, of course, understand. Um, so the Vorashians, they finally feel that they might have a way to destroy them. We remember the war, and that's why we cut them off. Anyone who can't keep their own house clean, that's troublesome. But if what they're telling us is that they know how to clean their own home now and take care of their own issues with maybe a little leg up, perhaps we could help. Don't know if sending troops would necessarily be something I would be interested in doing, having recently taken the throne, but uh, Alabaster and Marcaine may have different ideas. So, with that being said, we think it would be wise for us to reconvene. Um, Tarek, as you are very well known in the area, it would probably be best if you uh, didn't register the hotel or the inn under your name. So, is there a company name, Mr. Runewin? Is there
The Phoenix franchise.
Phoenix franchise? Okay, franchise. Now wait a second. Are you the same gentleman that took care of the lighthouse and the lighthouse keeper?
Yes.
Well, I will be damned. Huh. Your name is getting around. I will be. And if I'm not mistaken, you also dealt with some troublesome business dealing with some goblins. Is that right?
A
I
few.
believe I was. I kind of mutter under my breath, and I believe I was the one that took out that guy.
Yeah, we don't want to discuss that.
Understood. If there's secrecy to be held, then and truth, that's between you and your party here. Um, just the same, I have wine, I have bird, I have venison. Please stay for dinner, enjoy yourselves. Um, we should reconvene in the morning. It seems to me that maybe this isn't the best place for us to reconvene, as we've already had one meeting here. So if you stay here, expect a message by morn at your rooms. If not, we will find you under the name Phoenix Franchise at the inn and make sure that you are given a proper message as to where to meet us tomorrow. It would be, in these times, unwise for us to broadcast in any way, shape, or form prior to the meeting. Would you agree?
Yeah. I feel like you may have to, inform us of both locations, because I think some of us do not want to stay here at the temple, and some of us are willing to stay at the temple.
Oh, understood. Okay. Just the same, when we do finish this meeting, you of course understand that we will have to once again set sail for uh, Selenia.
Sure.
We can't stay here in Latifolia. This was merely the meeting place. Uh, Very good. All right, as long as we have an understanding, that we should meet tomorrow, then I think that we're in a good place. So let's reconvene tomorrow, say lunch, and we'll discuss at that point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing any talking. I
That
said,
that sounds good with me.
Very good.
But I do. You said something about dinner tonight, right?
Yes, we would be more than happy to acquire you whatever flavor it is you might desire, Master Gnome, in the form of drink. However, we have the form of bird and venison to offer in the way of food with some light vegetables.
About the form of company.
Good.
What's this now, Mr. Tarek? I apologize.
How about the form of company?
Is in perhaps a different venue, Mr. Iron Man?
Ah, never mind.
Oh. Apologies, I'm somehow misunderstanding you. What are you trying to get at out of character?
A lady of the evening.
Oh, yes, Alistair wouldn't have any idea. He's been raised in royalty most of his life. You know,
Religious types are all the same.
yes, yes, they are very much so part of the religious order. So, yeah, he says, well, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure the innkeep could help with whatever form of company you desire. Um, with that being said, for those of you that wish to stay, please stay, eat in merriment. We'll be staying at least for dinner, and then we'll be on our way. Uh, any questions, comments, concerns, anything at all I might be able to address before we go?
That's
Just
my.
observing. What's this the temple of? What god?
This god is actually a temple of Odin.
Okay.
Um, but with the temple set up the way it is, it has several other rooms that are set aside for gods that fall under Odin's kinship or under Odin's court. So there are separate areas of worship if you so desire.
No, it's fine. Odin's fine with me.
Okay, too easy.
So, who's all staying at the temple? Because if people are actually going to stay here, then unless my employer um, wants me to, I'm going to be staying here.
Hmm.
I don't care where you stay. I'm staying here, so
I I think I'd be more comfortable in an inn personally.
Okay. So that sounds like there's a couple of you going over to the inn, and then a few of you staying at the temple.
yeah, and that's why I told him anyways. Like they'd have to inform both areas. So
Right. Right.
I'll gladly take any free lodging there is.
Good. All right. Well, they're happy to give you a place for the night at the temple. For those of you that wish to stay at the inn, you're able to drink in merriment, find company in the way of a lady. I mean, they'll pretty much take care of you any way they can here at the inn, especially with the current company included, Mr. Ironman. So perhaps over dinner, that's something that you would notice, Marcus, uh, at the inn is that many people have, presented themselves and or bought food or drink for you guys throughout the evening. Um, Nothing um, too like crazy or revealing about what exactly is going on, but uh, you know,
Okay, so do the two centaurs and the elf guy, do they stay for dinner with us?
They do. They do.
So I'm gonna kind of lean over the table at some point during the meal,
Okay.
and I'll ask them. So tell me, Mr. Tarek Iron. Wait, what's his name again? I always
Iron Mane?
forget. Yes, Tarek Ironmane. What did he do to become so reputable?
Oh, it's said that Tarek Ironmane has done many things in these lands. He is the unifier of our two cultures, the Latifolians and the Selenians. He had defeated a large group of enemies in Selenia, and then was able to travel to Latifolia, and from what I understand, was able to pave some trade routes to this region. So he's done a couple of things in this region really that he's known for. The statue here is an effigy to his ability to kind of pave that way and scare the would-be pirates from the region, um, thus allowing free trade to exist between Selenia and Latifolia. We wouldn't be able to come here safely ourselves had it not been for him and his fleet. Sadly, we feel as though he was given the raw end of the stick there, but if he's got a new crew, chances are things could turn around for Tarek Ironman.
So I kind of lean back and chug down the rest of my beer, or whatever I'm drinking, and I'll then talk to them. Well, I have to say that I hate that I've not known this information. As a mercenary, I like to keep up on everything, but it seems that this part of the world has escaped me.
Well, we've been secluded away from the lands of Agrosia for so long because of the volatile nature of your people. War, destruction, chaos. Yes, we've had battles on our grounds, but wars, that is something much different. Something that we don't even tend to. We haven't seen a war on our homeland since the barriers of La Caparcia had been breached, and that's a story that would take some time to discuss. However, um, with respect to Tarek Ironmane, he's paid his dues, whether hero or not, and he's a gruff person, hero or not. One would say that he is admired from afar by many.
Derek's the cat, right?
Yeah.
Hey, GM.
Yeah.
I sent you a message in chat.
Thank you.
You don't have to bring it up, but I was just letting you know.
Cool. So
I tell him yes, he is a good kitty.
we do understand that he, of course, understand that he is under your guidance, and we appreciate that. And you can hear a little bit of Tarek Ironmane's accent in this wood elf, so chances are they are from the same continent indeed. And he kind of sits back. The Leonin in our area are very loyal but foolhardy, and few have traveled on the seas, so they don't like water that much, usually. Go figure, cats,
What
right?
do you expect? They're nothing but big old cats.
He starts laughing and sips his wine. Yes, indeed they are, but powerful allies they are as well. speaks volumes for your group coming. Mr. Runewin, let me ask, you yourself look like a man of Tyr. Um, do you find yourself worshipping at the temple of Odin much, or perhaps um, you prefer Heimdall?
I I prefer Tyr.
Hmm.
Odin Tyr works under Odin, so I don't have issues staying under his uh, guard.
It. I find it very, very interesting that Maggie sent you. Knowing just the little bit of information I've read already here before dinner, um, to send the war priest is definitely a good idea. I assume that you are a tactician as well?
I dabble in tactics.
Very good. Perhaps a game of chess before we retire this evening?
Sure.
Perfect. Perhaps we can talk leader to leader what it is to be in charge of so much. Um, I have to say I'm definitely a fan of this idea. To send the priest of war and justice, that speaks volumes of the Agrosian continent and the maturity they're showing in their ability to communicate effectively. I like already what I'm seeing. I do. All right, very well. Chess it is. Eat up and enjoy and eat in merriment. Mr. Masterson, let me ask you a quick question before you leave with Mr. Tarek. I understand he's waiting outside for you. I don't want to keep you any longer if I don't have to. Um, would you
It's very well.
would you mind taking something to the inn for me?
I certainly. What do you have in mind?
Well, you look like a man who knows how to protect himself. He hands you the scroll case with the documents in it. I want you to deliver this to the innkeep and put direct a message to have it delivered to my room with no discussion to anyone.
I will see it done.
Thank you. Again, we will not be staying at the temple ourselves this evening as we find it a danger to you and ourselves. So we'll be breaking away from you after dinner. Marcus, we'll catch up with you tomorrow then.
Very well.
So before they leave, I'm going to catch up with their leader,
Hmm.
and I'm going to hand him a business card, and I'll say, "Well, it has been a serious oversight on my part to not be keeping up with this part of the world. I'd like to continue, perhaps one day, be of service to you and your people. I have very good prices for the quality that you get, and but if you could supply me with information, I can bring those prices even lower, perhaps."
He, he very much appreciates your offer. Asks that you um, keep in touch with him too through Raven, and he'd be more than happy to see what can't be done to uh, do business with you in the future. Velendor, are you going to be staying with the group at the temple, or are you going to the inn? I didn't ask you yet. Are you with us, Velendor?
Oh,
He may be with the children. I know he was trying to put them to bed. That's okay. We'll get back with him. Okay, so with Velendor being out of the picture, I would assume he's at the tavern. While you two are at the tavern again, you get many looks. People are in and out, etc. I take it you're delivering the goods, Marcus.
I am,
Okay. You
as
prompt.
agreed.
Yep, you promptly deliver the goods. People are buying you dinner, talking with you, and a big, huge brute of a Leonin flops down next to you and Tarek Ironmane and slams down a bag of gold. Well, it looks like the drinks are gonna be on me tonight, lads. Bam! Slams down the gold.
All right. Well, um, I'll tap the bar top and give him a traditional dwarven salute.
Nice, nice, nice. The bartender pops up with his own mug and salutes back. Um, the very large, bulky Leonin kind of whiffs his mane back and throws a couple of gold coins out in front of Tarek. What do you think, Tarek? You think that should take care of the old problem?
I'm gonna I'm gonna slide the coins back in his direction and then hold my hand out as if to do like a manly handshake.
Yeah. As you look up, it's Boscher. It's a guy that you had traveled on and off with through the trade routes and some of the conflicts you'd been in with those. Um, and he kind of,
I'll say your money's no good here, mate.
all right, but I'm telling you right now, I think that we got something going on with this, with this troublesome, troublesome squid we've been dealing with. It's been eating some of the men and taking out some of the ships, but I'm sure you've heard enough of that.
Sounds like an adventure.
That it is. Does your buddy over here know what you know about the wyvern?
I haven't told them about the wyvern yet.
You probably didn't even tell him about that problem we had. Yeah, unified the trade routes, it did. They call Tarek Iron Man the hero. Of course, you got the killing blow, I'll give you that. He kind of looks back at you. He says, This man right here pulled off an extremely wild situation with a wyvern, threatening the dock ports over at Selenia. We thought for sure that this thing was going to burn the place down, so we loaded up every last ball we had, cannon, anything we could find, pots, pans, what have you. And Tarek says, well, you know how he says it. That's right, mate. Oh, you better let me have it. You know how he talks. Oh, Tarek. And so he says, yeah, put me in front of there. I said, you can't be put in front of a cannon. It'll blast your ass to death. And he comes back with a manacle and a ball and chain. And what do you think this son's a bitch does? He wraps his hand in Lenin's, and he grabs hold of that damn shackle and says, blast me out! Never in my life had I seen anything like that, mate. Neither did the wyvern. He slams the drink down. Now, there are about, and you know this, there's probably about 7 or 8 different tales about the wyvern, and none of them come out the right way. So it's obvious this guy was half fucking drunk during the fight and blowing this shit way out of proportion, and so yeah, and kudos to Joss Whedon that I kind of swiped the whole town about Jane story from him on this one. That's where I got a lot of my inspiration on this story. So kudos to you, Joss Whedon. We love you. Just the same. He kind of slams his drink down and looks over at Marcus. How'd you get tied in with this dirty bastard?
Oddly enough, I signed on to the same merc group as this cat, and so far it's been quite the adventure.
Yeah, I understand that you were able to light the way on the lighthouse. You know, they've been having trouble with wyverns down there, too. Did they tell you that?
I don't believe it came up.
Yeah, they've had a lot of problems down there with them. That's all right. I'm not trying to get in the way. I'm not trying to cause problems for myself by talking about it. But they're starting to come back, and it's something we're going to have to deal with eventually. But let me tell you, he rambles on for probably a half hour to 45 minutes about how this giant squid is eating crew members off the trade routes, and how it's just a problem that's going to have to be dealt with eventually, and how Tarek just doesn't understand how things have been since he left, and how they could really use him back in the fleet. And
Well, mate, did you see the Zephyr docked here?
I did. That's why I walked into the tavern, because I thought there's no damn way he'd be at the temple. The Terracotta made it a temple. It's rich.
This blasted squid of yours sounds just like the job for the Zephyr.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if you headed north, it's on your way. That's all I can tell you. You'll find the son bitch. All you have to do is chum off the side. I've got a dead whale out the back of the ship out there. You can go ahead. Yeah. We got the trum bucket with us.
Maybe killing this squid will gain us some allies.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the trade organizations would definitely welcome that squid being dead. And if it's boats you need, they're the side you want to get on.
Well, Marcus, sounds like we'll have to bring that up to Runewin.
I'll make a note of it. Now, you fellows like to talk a lot. I prefer to drink. Suppose you can keep up with me?
Well, you know what they say. Eat, drink, and fuck.
And the ladies are more than happy to. You don't need to find one. You're in this region, anyways. There are 2 villages in the world that Tarek Ironmane doesn't have to pay for anything. So, and this just happens to be one of them, and it's because the people will do it for you. So. Now, with that being said, yeah, you guys can drink in merriment for the rest of the evening if you like. Want to give me a DC? Want to do some Constitution versus Constitution saves and see who can roll me the higher roll to see who gets drunk last?
All right.
Sure.
Hell, your buddy will jump in too. Chum in the seas. Ah, shit. He sucks. Oh my god. You rolled it under Taji, not Tarek.
Who's Taji Swiftpaw?
Wait. No, I didn't. No, it's Tarek. That's just my name and
Oh, in roll 20. Okay.
I use
Wow.
character sheet, though.
So Marcus and Tarek go at it for some time, and Bosher falls under the table about 45 minutes into it, talking about different stories about how Tarek used to mess with everybody and yada yada, and his bag of gold is just still haphazardly laying on the bar.
Change my name.
And then, so let's see, we've got. All right, so then, oh, that's right, because you use the D&D extension, don't you? The D&D Beyond extension. Yep. Too easy. You guys are gonna have to show me that so that I can try it out. All right. Okay. Moving right along forward. So you guys drink well into the night. Okay. Well into the evening. It's a glorious night. You have fun. Everybody's enjoying themselves. What a blast. I'm moving the map around a little bit. Sorry. And so by the time it's time to head down to bed at the inn, the lights are flickering a little bit out. The ladies are more than happy to follow you folks back to your rooms. Bosher says he's going to sleep on his ship tonight. He said he's got the chum buckets ready whenever you want to come by and get them. He'll have his guys grind up that dead whale and put it in some salt preserves until you're ready to go. And your ship is called the Zephyr. Right. Okay.
Man, this is a very Iliad-esque journey we're going on.
Yeah, it is. It is. You guys get. That's what I said. You guys get to travel around and see a little bit before the war. Um, and I wish I could remember everything from our past campaign. I'm gonna go back and read because I know that I have. I know that I in my notes I've got a reason that I have you with that letter of recommendation. I need to look back at our previous session, Runewind, to figure out exactly how I'm using it again.
It's fine. It's been a while, so
It has. Thank you for understanding. So with respect to that, the night goes through just fine. Okay. Everybody sleeps off their drink and
Um,
whatnot. Yeah. Did you want
Oh
to do
yeah.
something? Go ahead.
Um, could I also?
oh, you go ahead.
I don't care who goes first. Just toss it out. What you got?
Well, I was just gonna say, before we do whatever we're gonna do, I wanted to, uh, I guess, do some outfitting to our ship.
Oh, okay. Okay. And
And as the team's hordist, I hold the gold.
nice, nice. Okay. And just yep. So with respect to that, Judd, you had something too.
Yeah, I was
Bugs.
wanting to go back a little bit to right before they left and
Okay.
see if they had anything that they're willing, well, anything that I could use to make more ammunition. Tell them that I'd be more than willing to give them some. What was it? Oh, yeah, I had some two things of flame whale oil if they were interested in that
Hmm.
in exchange for some ammunition um, materials. I'm not entirely sure how
Okay.
that is.
Well.
And some gold, of course,
Mhm.
if they need that.
Yeah. Well, it's not too hard to find trade in this region. Um, Now there is a couple of on the docks. It looks like there's a couple of guys. Well, they're not guys. They're guys, gals, what have you. They're all Leonin though. They're all Leonin. They all look like Tarek. They're all big, burly. They've got fur coming off of them, and they're the only ship in the dock that are Leonin. And there's like at least 15 to 20 different ships that size, cargo ships. Uh, some of them even flying the Jolly Roger, some of them. But this is a pirate-friendly port too. It's not a or a merc-friendly port, not pirate. But some of them are even flying the Jolly Roger and whatnot. Just probably for flair or show. It doesn't have the same meaning in this world. But you could tell the mercs from the corporate guys. And you could tell the corporate guys from the mercs because the mercs and the quote-unquote pirates, the freelance traders like these Leonins, tend to have weird flags like the Jolly Roger. They have a cat skull with some cat bones coming up underneath the bottom of it. And they're all grinding down a whale and looks like they're doing some trading with people. It's early in the morning. I'd say probably around 8 a.m. If you want to wake up earlier than that, give me a DC Constitution difficulty 12. Just because you were drinking and eating and having a good time the night before.
Yeah, I think I might wake up a little bit before that. You said
DC
uh,
12.
DC Constitution saving throw,
Yep.
or
Yep. DC 12. Yep. Anybody else want to wake up before 8 a.m.?
Meh.
Okay.
oh darn,
Not on
that
purpose.
sucks.
All right.
Well, I
Tarek,
have
Yeah,
a little.
we're
so you wake up about 8. What's that, Tarek?
I was just saying, me and Marcus probably aren't waking up before 8.
Oh, hell no, man. Your DC's at least 16. You guys were hit hard. Bosture was trying to keep up, man, and that guy can drink. So Bosture went down easy. Runewind, you guys get up around unless you're trying to get up earlier. You guys all get up around 8 o'clock. Um, Bugs is going on about hitting the markets before the lunch meeting. And you can hear him kind of planning out his day to himself or what have you, however you do your morning stuff. But you hear him jostling about getting ready for the day. Kind of wakes you guys up to around 8 o'clock. Do you have any morning routines you want to get done? Do you want to requisition any of the gold to pick up any items? What kinds of stuff do we need to take care of here uh, on that
I
end?
just gotta memorize my spells and stuff, but that's about it.
All right, Runen. All right. Nikolai
When
Nikolai seems to be sharpening his blade, and he tells you um, that the Red Mage Corps had actually, or excuse me, the Red Knight Corps had Corps of Red Knights had actually traveled to this region in the past, but it had been probably a good 1,500 years since they'd come this far south. So he's just sharing ideas, world knowledge. He seems to be kind of chewing away at some dried rations for the morning breakfast. Which, by the way, Nikolai will be joining us in 2 weeks for the next session, I believe. So he's got to get his desk and everything set up right, but he should be back.
so yeah, I go to the Mercs and try to haggle a good price.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're walking the boat docks. So you don't really catch any hell from anybody in this region. They seem to be pretty welcoming towards gnomes. There's a few centaurs that have some difficulty navigating around you, but other than that, you have a pretty easy walk of things with that larger than you rifle that you carry around with you. People tend to kind of move out of the way. Um, and so, and the cocky look kind of gives the other lady gnomes in the area kind of a hey big boy kind of a look. And when you when you arrive at the ship, you see this big guy. He doesn't even really notice you until he looks down for a second while he's grinding the whale. Oh, buddy, I didn't even see you there. What can I do for you?
Well, you see, I'm looking for some ammunition to take on the go, and I was also interested to, just kind of see what else you had.
Oh, okay. Well, what you got for trade? He's grinding up whale.
Well, I've got was it 2 barrels of? I don't remember if it was barrels or not, but I've got the oil.
Oh, okay. You'd had a couple of barrels of the uh, of the oil to take
The
with you. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. He kind of looks at you. He says, "Well, yeah. If you want to have it unloaded from your ship by your crew, I'll gladly trade you for some oil. What kind of is it? Whale oil or is it?
Flame whale oil.
Okay, well that's even better. We need some whale oil to mix with this chum, so that'll work perfectly." He's kind of he says, "Well, I'll get the ammunition we have and bring it out here for you to take a look at." And he kind of heads up onto the boat and starts picking up some things off the deck and putting it into a cart. "I'll be a minute if you want to have your barrels brought over." So,
Yep. I do whatever I need to do to get the barrels brought over.
okay. Runewin and well, yeah, Runewin. Is Valandor back yet? Valandor, you back yet? No Valandor.
Gavin.
Okay. He, he uses his iPad, man. He was trying to get the kids to bed. I wouldn't be surprised if he laid down with the kids and crashed out or something. It happens. Um,
Is there also any other interesting equipment that they have?
the only thing they really brought out was uh, musket rounds. Black powder. They've got some blunderbuss rounds that will work with your shotgun. And they're happy to trade you some ammo. They'll give you 20 rounds of each kind of round for your 20 rounds for each barrel, which is pretty significant. No,
Yeah.
considering black powder's still pretty rare.
So, yeah. So I'll get 20 of each.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
actually, no. Can I get how much black powder could I get from them? Just like regular black powder.
Well, the equivalent for what they're willing to give you with shot and everything is probably a few pounds of black powder. If you were looking just straight black powder, no lead, no brass, no casings, anything like that, no wadding, you'd probably be looking at, say, 6, 7 pounds of black powder, which would make a considerable amount of bullets if you had the other components. I figure 20
Well,
rounds for each pound.
I figure I can also use it for various other things. So, yeah,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and split the bullets 20 and 20
Okay.
between my two.
Cool.
And then you said 6 pounds of black powder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I
Yeah. I
think
mean,
I'm done with this.
considerably so. They were. It's a rarity to find anybody that would even be willing to trade that. It just so happened they needed whale oil, and well, they didn't really share with you why, but other than mixing it with the chum. So, yep.
Well, boys, good deal doing business with you. Good
Well,
luck.
likewise, little guy. You come by anytime. We'll be more than happy to help with whatever we can.
I hand him my business card and like, when I'm done with this job, feel free to hit me up anytime, and I do most anything.
There's a guy off the side of the ship. He says, "My name's Jacoby, and I used to fly on the Zephyr there. Anyway, catch the sails, if you will. It's Tarek Ironmane's ship, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a fine vessel. We got bad blood, me and Tarek. I'm not allowed on her anymore. It's a shame. I'd have gone to Davy Jones' locker with her. Yep. I hope you have a good one. You take care if you ever need anything. You get a hold of Jacoby."
Will do.
He
And
takes
I'll say, I
he's got
don't
it.
care what beef you have with
Mhm.
Tarek. He only hired me, so
He
no special connection there.
Ah, okay. He holds his hand out for a business card from you.
Yep.
You give him one?
Yep.
Okay. Great. If I ever need you, I'll be sending a Raven.
Good.
All right. Okay. Anybody else need to do anything? Tarek, you wake up probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock, along with Marcus. Runwin, are you doing anything special right now other than memorizing spells and whatnot?
No, not really. I'm just waiting for him to,
Okay.
tell him a meeting place.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm well, first, I mean, I guess we would probably go let Runewin know about the squid,
Mhm.
and then I would go down to the docks and start getting some things to outfit the ship.
Okay. Yeah, you would want to let him know what you were up to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you guys want to head down there and meet up with him, Runewin, you find your letter. It is slid under the door. In fact, when um, uh, when Bugs walked out of the room, he kind of stepped over it, unbeknownst to him, and kind of kicked it backward a little bit, and that's when you found it. Um, it states that you're actually going to be meeting on a vessel at the docks, as they will be departing shortly thereafter. Okay.
Okay.
And the picture of the flag for the ship is put on the sheet itself, so you'll be able to identify it by its flag. Okay? The flag
Is this shortly after Bugs left?
yes.
I yell at him, go, "Hey Bugs, meet here." And I show him the picture of the flag.
Mhm.
It's at the docks.
Okay. The flag is a mongoose attacking a snake.
Alright, sounds good. I'll meet you there.
Okay. All right.
So are we? I guess have we met up with Runewin yet?
Yes, you guys would be meeting up with him right now as he's getting ready to leave the temple.
Hey, dwarf, got something interesting you might want to hear.
What is it?
There's a squid that's attacking trade ships in the area. I think it might be a worthwhile detour. If we can handle it, we might gain some allies.
How much of a detour?
It's a little ways off.
From
Supposedly, it's on our way if we're heading north.
Are we heading north? I thought we were heading south.
Well, Selenia's to the north, isn't it?
yeah, you guys had already headed south to
It's
Latifolia. I had done some fast forwarding for you.
it's more of a time detour than a route detour.
How much time?
It's
As long as it takes to kill the bastard.
yeah, maybe I mean geographically speaking, maybe a day out of your way. Killing the bastard. You've killed some pretty big sharks in your day, but giant squids typically, well, hell, you killed a wyvern once, but they don't know that. They're big bastards. They can take a bit to kill.
I'm all about the mission, so as long as it doesn't delay us overly too much, I'm okay with it.
Oh.
So that's why I was asking how much of a delay are we talking about?
I think the gain in allies that we would get would make the slight delay worth it.
I mean, you're talking about the Middle Ocean trade route between Latifolia and Selenia, which is when you think about the crops versus the tropical climate, the goods and services that come back and forth between the two, it's a pretty lucrative trade circuit. It would be pretty interesting to see how maybe it could fit in with Alasia and some of the other places in Agrosia too. So, never know.
I'll make my decision before our meeting.
All right, I'm gonna go head down to the. Wait, we're at the docks right now?
Year
He
to
said
temple.
about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Yep.
Wants to meet soon.
Yep. Well,
Do-
when you meet up with the centaurs and elves, it'll be around noon.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the docks and I'm gonna try to get some things to outfit the ship. Whether we fight the squid or not, it'll be useful.
Okay.
All right. You let me know by list what kind of stuff you're shopping for. Do you want to role play that?
I can
Or-
send you a list of stuff.
I assume that you can find a lot of the stuff you're probably looking for, but I'll let you know if there's anything that's out of the question or just maybe we would need to role play out.
Okay.
And we can always side role play that, what have you. Jumping you guys forward a little bit will also allow me an opportunity to write some one-shot module type stuff that would allow me to do a little bit of that making up for that time loss. So later on, if we're missing some players or something, I can always jump back and be like, well, before you had gotten to, so that'll let that like 4 weeks there, that 2 weeks there that you're missing in time, I can make up for with one-shots and things later on.
So, how much have we been delaying our mission so far, Joe? Because I know
You-
we've done one or two extra side quests.
You did a
so-
couple side quests, and at this point, you've been at sea for about 2 weeks. So you're due back in about a month in Agrosia at this point. I mean, if you're not if you're not back by then, they would have assumed that you failed in your mission
Okay.
because
So
they
we still have what about
3
we
4
still
weeks,
we
about
still have
4
an
weeks.
extra. Yeah. So I think we would have time for the side quest, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, you know by sea it takes a while to get where you're going. So I mean, yeah, you would.
My
Um,
my
it
shopping list is in the chat.
easier to go southeast than it is to go northwest, kind of thing. So on this world, so
Like I said, my whole goal is the mission. So as long as it doesn't like totally like bring us out of the way and like delay us a long time,
okay,
I'm okay with it.
okay,
So
cool,
especially if it'll benefit us in the long run. But like I said, the mission first before anything else. You know.
okay, all right. All right. The only thing that I can see that would cost you a significant amount of money on your list, Logan, would be the ballista that you would need to fire the large harpoons out of,
All right. Well,
and
I
that
guess
probably run you about 1,500 gold pieces.
instead of two, I'll just do one.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could
Is
buy
it,
as
is
many
it
harpoons as you want for the damn thing, but the ballista itself will cost you about 1,500 just to mount
is it
and
a pretty big one though?
It is a 5d6 ballista, so it's pretty decent. It can do up to 30 damage on a shot, so
Okay.
not bad. I mean, it's definitely used for killing whale.
Right. And I'll be able to, I guess, attach rope to said harpoon.
Hmm.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
We'll do that.
And at the risk of ruining a huge piece of cinematic film and a beautiful character, Queequeg Big Whaler, Tarek Big Whaler. So, Moby Dick. What? Okay. Uh, 5 sessions later, we have to find the squid. We think you've gone mad, Tarek. You've already killed half the crew. Sorry. Runewin's over here, like, healing people and bringing back the dead to fight Tarek and the others. Anyway, moving
I
on.
don't worry, one headshot and he's down.
All right. Uh,
Yeah.
Runewin.
Not only are we gonna kill this bastard, but I'm harpooning it with a rope so that we can actually catch it.
Oh, shit. You're going to try and bring it home, huh?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, if I can chop it up or sell it or something.
We ain't just killing it. We bringing it
Oh,
home.
people in Latifolia or Selenia are gonna have fried calamari for months.
Nice. Runewin,
Yes, sir.
you and your crew arrive at the docks. Tarek's already having some stuff fitted onto the ship. He's kind of pointing where they can drop certain things off. He's got some oranges, netting. Um, he's got some pitch for hull repairs. A little thing. It looks like he picked up a couple of looking glasses. Those looking glasses aren't cheap either, Logan. They're about 1,000 gold pieces a piece.
Oh, we only need one then.
Okay. So we've got a looking glass, and there looks like a couple of nautical compasses. One that looks like it could be mounted by the wheel of the ship, and then another one that could be a little bit more handheld.
Do those provide? So
Well, you
one of the
guys,
things, one of the things, like from a previous session, you gave us a sextant.
I was gonna say you have the magical sextant from the box.
That's a +1 to sea navigation. Do any of those other things I bought provide any bonuses, or is it
Uh,
just a sextant?
the compass itself, the sextant kind of helps you do that already with plotting on the map, but the compass itself will actually help you when you're moving on the sea.
Right.
Navigational plots and whatnot will give you a bonus to your direction in sailing, but the actual sailing itself is where the compass will come in handy.
You got the rum too, right?
Why is the rum gone? You gonna
Huh?
make some grog, are you? Yep, we got. Oh, I see it. Yeah,
Barrel of rum.
you're able to get a barrel of rum. Everything's probably gonna cost you around 3,000 gold pieces.
Oh, done. Yeah, we still have 9K left after that.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. And the lumber that they gave you for repairs is kind of lumped up in the back of the ship because the hull itself they figured they'd leave open for your fish that they're rigging the netting for.
Yeah.
So
Um,
okay.
how many harpoons would you say I got?
Well, you said 2. If you bought
Okay.
more than 2, they are rather large, and they're about 50 gold per large harpoon.
That's fine. 2 is fine.
Okay. Just hope you hit on at least one of them.
Yeah. Let's do
I mean,
6.
6. Okay, I was gonna say with a rope attached, it's possible you could. But what if the sumbitch gets away with the rope? Then you gotta shoot another one. I mean, you know how these things go. Yeah, spend the money. Oh, okay. Runewin,
Yes, sir.
your crew is brought in front of the ship with the weasel, or the mongoose rather, and this young man is standing outside of it. He's obviously a wood elf. There's some centaurs getting the ship ready for sailing. Kind of looks at you.
Okay.
So, how can I help you?
Here for a meeting.
Ah, you got your papers.
Yeah.
He looks them over. All right, on with you then. Are all of you here for the meeting?
Before I get there though, Joe, I'm gonna actually look into
Cool.
if we're gonna attack the giant octopus, I'd like to know its vulnerabilities and maybe any special attacks it has, like any poison attack or anything.
Okay, so you're gonna stop, go to the library. Are you gonna use survival? What are you trying? How are you figuring it out?
Well, I'm assuming actually someone around here has actually, has fought giant octopuses before or a giant octopi before. If there's a library, I'd go there first.
Okay.
I'm just seeing, what vulnerabilities does it have, and so I can actually properly prepare for it, as spells wise at least.
Okay. I'm pulling them up. I thought we would have had it in all of our texts, but I have to pull it up on the SRD real quick.
We
Okay.
have the monster manual. You should be able to pull it up from Roll20.
Yeah, but it's not in the monster manual. This one isn't. That's okay. No big deal. No big deal. All right. I'm obviously. Oh, obviously that's not right. Okay, a typo there. That's all right though. From what you can tell, they oftentimes will attack ships with their tentacles. They do have some pretty strong ink clouds. Um, Go ahead and roll your investigation because you've not only picked up some reading on the matter, but you're also talking to people. How'd you do?
I got a 3.
A 3? Yeah, you kind of look around for a while and you look for somebody to talk to about it, but you really can't find anybody. Um, Go ahead and roll it one more time for me while reading the book. Oh,
Hey,
wow.
look, a 3 again.
Yeah, you're reading the book for a while. You know they can breathe underwater. You know that they're very hard to spot from what the book says. Um, Other than that,
I'm actually specifically looking for any special attacks
mhm.
or yeah, any special attacks or defenses that they have. That's it.
Okay. Roll one more time as you read through the book. -1 this time. Okay, perfect. The only thing you can see that may be of a major threat to you, other than, of course, the fact that it's a giant fucking squid, is the is the idea that it has an ability to move. like nobody's business. According to the text, it can swim up to 240 feet in the blink of an eye within about 6 seconds if it moves in a straight path. And from the size from the size of this thing, it looks like it could probably pull a ship the size of a Zephyr with it, that 240 feet, if need be.
Okay.
Yeah. From the pictures you're seeing, in your role, you can tell that some of this is probably a bit exaggerated, but the text seems to be decently knowledgeable. And the credibility of such, it was written by a sailor who'd been on the sea for at least 15 years before losing his legs. So it's decently credible as far as the author is concerned. Its purpose is definitely there to inform others of the dangers of giant squids and what
Did he
they can do
happen
to
to
your
lose
legs.
his legs to a giant squid?
What they can do to your legs, yes. Yes. And what giant squids can do to your legs. So, yeah. He now uses his time to write about the dangers of attacking giant squids. And actually, this came from the Pirate Compendium. Looks like it was published by Legendary Games in 2018. So if you're looking for a giant squid for your campaign, it looks like they've got you covered. Very cool. Then I found it under the 5esrd.com, folks.
I say don't use the colossal squid on the D&D wiki because it's challenge rating 13.
That might actually be the one I needed to use. I'll
Oh,
double check
God.
that. Because
We're all dead.
this was huge, and I'm like, huge?
Hold on.
Maybe I need colossal.
I've sent you the link to it.
Thank you. Well, this thing had a pretty significant hit point base, but they had made a typo in whoever put it into the SRD. So obviously the SRD needs an update. But other than that, it's a pretty solid looking beast. Anyway, I digress. You get to the meeting. Let's do this. Why don't we kick back off with the start of the meeting for next campaign, for next session, since we're 6 minutes out from when I wanted to close up shop tonight. So we'll pick back up from there. I want to get Marcus a little bit more enveloped here. Marcus, what is your job within the Phoenix franchise? The Lore Master?
Lore Master and the Occultant also.
You do the occultant job as well. So as far as that's concerned, you're going to be the one that looks into how to get rid of this beast's parts and what it can be used for.
Yep.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's reconvene. Next gaming session is going to be the 5th of February. Is that good for everybody? 11 o'clock, 11:15?
Should be.
Okay, if anything comes up, guys, let me know ahead of time. Folks at home, really appreciate you watching tonight. We're gonna ramp it up. I'm gonna go back and do a little bit of history check-in, make sure I've got everything where I want it. But this stands to be, I think, one of the better games I've read for some time. I've put together for some time, just with the chemistry that the team's got, as well as the ability to kind of run an Iliad type of quest tale with it, which so far it's been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have had fun too. Let's reconvene. We're going to do 11 to 1:30 next time, so I'm going to run a little bit longer to hopefully get us to this squid. And maybe even a little bit further. We'll see where we get to, right? But for now, really appreciate everybody watching at home, staying up on things with us. Visit our website, www.ohiogamingalliance.org. Feel free to do a free membership sign up. It's under the shop. Look at subscription plans, and you'll be able to find a free sign up there. so that we can get you into some awesome OGA online games. All right. As for the 5th, we will have one guest slot open, and I will be announcing it online so that we can have somebody sign up for that. Thanks so much, and everybody have a great evening. And thank you, Hero Forge. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you, Roll20. Thank you, D&D. Thank you, Twitter.
Did you
Yeah.
still want to do a giveaway?
I did. Well,
Oh.
I didn't. I didn't because we didn't have an answer in. No, thank you, Hero Forge, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Zoom, Roll20. Thank you, Ange. Let's see. Who all do we have watching tonight? I know a couple of folks at home that are watching. One of them was actually one of our folks online tonight. But let's see here. You know what? We had somebody who was quite chatty tonight. And we had a really good conversation about their homebrew game tonight. I think because of their participation in the chat tonight that we're going to set it up to give them a free dice tray for tuning in tonight.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, so I will track them down and get their information. And we will send them out one of our OGA dice trays. Sounds like a good plan.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, folks. I'm going to end the stream and chat with my gamers for a moment, and we'll catch up with you soon. Peace, love, and happiness, and we'll see you on the 5th of February for the next session. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Oh, folks, don't forget this Sunday. That is the 24th. We are playing Birthright, and it should be a blast. Join us then. We start at 6, Mike?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m. We'll be online.